Hello, já jsem Broňa, nadšený učitel angličtiny z Brna, který pomáhá lidem zamilovat se do angličtiny. A teď vás nadšeně zdravím ze svého balkónu, ale nebojte, nebudu tady s váma na balkóně, ale v tomhle videu vás čeká rozhovor s Gavinem. Gavin je super sympatický, skvělý Američan, který se za 2 roky nádherně naučil česky. My jsme si v sobotu spolu povídali na takové lavičce v parku. A v tom rozhovoru se dozvíte spoustu zajímavých věcí, aspoň pro mě zajímavých. Například, co si myslí o úrovni angličtiny u nás Čechů nebo na Československu. Jaký nejčastější chyby slyší nebo ho tahají za uši, kterými Češi děláme. Ale taky třeba, jaký český jméno by si vybral, kdyby musel. No a to je ta první část a v té druhé části rozhovoru si povídáme anglicky, takže můžete potrénovat angličtinu a slyšet krásnou americkou angličtinu a můj pokus o britskou angličtinu. Například nám prozradí, jaký největší trapas se mu stal v češtině. Ale to už všechno je bez velkého zdržování v tomhle videu.
Jsem super nadšený, protože mám vedle sebe pravou internetovou hvězdu.
Wow, hvězdu.
Hvězdu, superstar.
Určitě nejsem, ale jo, superstar. No, tady Gavin, tak díky, že jsme spolu teď ve videu. Jdeme.
Já jsem požádal svý úžasný fanoušky, aby mi řekli, na co se tě mám zeptat. A oni mi dali spoustu super otázek. Tak se prvně zeptal česky a pak anglicky. Může být?
Může být, jo.
Já jsem si to rozdělil do sekcí. Češi a angličtina je sekce 1.
Tak.
Jaký máš názor na úroveň angličtiny v Čechách? Ty jsi tady po druhý, je to tak?
Jsem tady po druhý, jo. Myslím, že úroveň je moc vysoká podle mě, protože vždycky chci se bavit s někým v češtině, ale občas je, že ostatní chce se mnou mluvit jen anglicky, protože jsem Američan. Jo.
Ale řekl bys, že to je... Třeba když jsi začal se učit, čekal jsi, že ta úroveň bude taková, nebo myslel, že bude nižší, vyšší, měl jsi nějaký jako představy?
Je to líp, je to vyšší, než jsem předtím myslel.
Super.
Určitě.
A nebo jsi zdvořilý?
No.
My tady hodně řešíme něco, co se jmenuje Chinglish. A to jsou typické české chyby. Je něco, čeho si často všímáš, že Češi říkají špatně anglicky?
No tak ten rozdíl mezi in a on a at v
angličtině. A to máš skvělý video, že jo? Určitě doporučujem.
Mám video, jo, ale mám v tom problém. Mám v tom guláš taky v češtině, na světě, proti v světě. No ale taky výslovnost je trošku zajímavá. Například slova jako song, or sing, místo sink, g, k, protože je to trošku jiné v angličtině než v češtině.
To jsi řekl hezky.
No.
Ale to je s tím možná spojený. Ty jsi řekl super výslovnost. Všiml jsi i nějaký chyby, třeba typicky si nějaký 2 slova zaměňujeme? Jestli je nějaký jako chyba ve slovíčkách, že lidi říkají shade místo shadow, borrow, land. Jestli něco, co...
No. Podle mě ne, ale určitě existují hodně příkladů na to, ale zatím nic mě nenapadne.
Super. Ale tohle je super otázka. Co bys poradil lidem, kteří se chtějí naučit nový jazyk? Protože pro hodně lidí jsi hrdina. Ty se naučil skvěle portugalsky, teď mluví skvěle se mnou česky. A když někdo si řekne, chci být jako Gavin, co bys jim poradil?
Postupně nebo pořádně studovat. Není to, že je to zážrak. Studuju 40 minut každý den. Aha. Pořádně, regularly.
Yep.
Jo?
Great job.
A zamilovat se do jazyka taky, jako ty.
Super.
A no, není to, to chci říct, není to zážrak, existuje hodně aplikací na to taky, obzvlášť dnes v době internetu, tak no, není to kozlo. Nejsem hrdina.
Hrdina seš? Kdyby to bylo kouzlo, tak bys nebyl hrdina. Když je to tvrdá práce, tak jsi
je to tvrdá práce, no, ale musíš mít v tom zábava, tak jo.
Souhlasím. Poslední otázka v češtině, jo?
Tak.
Víš co, já už půjdu do angličtiny. Switching to English.
Alright, let's do it.
Have you ever had any embarrassing moment in Czech because you said something and people understood something else?
Yeah. I've had a couple. One that comes to mind is I wanted a platovajec, like a carton of eggs in a store, and the woman started just pulling out eggs and just putting them in a bag. And I had never seen eggs sold just in a bag. So I wanted to make sure that they weren't uvařené vajíčky. I wanted to make sure that they were raw. So I asked if the eggs, so vajíčky sírové, and the woman looked at me like, what? Because back then, last year when I was in the Czech Republic, I didn't understand the difference between sírové and syrové.
Ah, I see.
And so I just was completely confused there. But the other embarrassing moments I have are when someone is speaking to me and I don't understand them. I have to ask for repetition. I still don't understand them. I have to ask for repetition again. And that's hard. I still think I'm at B1 in Czech, and so I'm still trying to get to that C1 level where I don't have to ask for repetition so much.
Yeah, but it's good practice.
It's amazing practice. Everyone makes mistakes. You have to make mistakes to learn a language.
And I got a very interesting question repeatedly, and that's, there were people, their partner is American or British, and they see you speaking Czech, and they want their partner to be the same.
Yeah.
So would you recommend any like textbook or materials for learning Czech if you're an English speaker?
Yeah, I would. There's several textbooks that I would recommend, and I definitely recommend having conversations online with Czechs. I'm actually about to make a video about this, so maybe you could put that in the description afterwards. But it's not as easy to as just saying, open a textbook and study and you'll learn. You need to have a real reason why you're learning, something that motivates you every day. And for me, that motivation is traveling in the Czech Republic and being able to communicate with people. And so I think for these people whose partners they want their partners to learn Czech, they need to help their partner find that motivation. Like, I'm not going to speak in English with you for a week. You have to learn Czech to be able to communicate with me. So find that motivation beyond just the resources.
If you decided to try it, let us know. If you still have the husband, boyfriend.
Yeah, let's see how that goes.
Okay, this is maybe more like a funny fact, but is there any super problematic word for you? Some people say it's zmrzlina, or something that is hard for you to say.
Yeah, zmrzlina.
It's good.
Isn't tough for me. The ž, once you figure out how to do the ž, it's okay. Řeřícha, fine. But there are other problems that I have, like the difference between chodit and hodit. That I still have trouble with. And what's the other one that so recently I was reading Harry Potter and I came across the word přízrak.
Yeah.
So the Z and R in a row is really hard for me. Zrak. I think it's harder than r. Or like žralok is really difficult.
And it's funny that it's hard to, guess that about other people, because I would never ever, guess that.
Yeah, I think everyone's just so focused on the sh that they forget.
Yes,
about.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. This is a good one. I don't know who asked, but if you had to change your name for a Czech name.
People are asking
Yes.
That? Oh, wow.
And a lot of people ask, so this is like selection.
This is awesome.
And they said, if you had to change your name for a Czech name, like Czech name and surname, what would you choose?
Oh my God, that's an amazing question. How about it would be Jakub, maybe? I had my great-great-great-grandfather's name was Jakub, and I like that name. Jakub, what's the male version of Svíčková?
Svíčka, I guess.
Jakub Svíčka. Because I love Svíčková.
Good.
Ahoj, tady Jakub Svíčka.
Nebo Jakub Svíčková.
Jo, Svíčková, ale není to jen žena.
I don't know. Let us know.
V tom je ta potíž.
Dejte nám vědět. Was there something that surprised you about the way Czech people behave? Like, how, maybe the socializing, or was there anything that you feel like, oh, this is unusual? Or...
I have not found as big of a difference as many people say there is. Many people say that Češi jsou kakabusové, or that everyone's always frowning. I think in general, the United States and the Czech Republic are fairly similar. The one big difference I've noticed is people serving you like behind the hotel counter, giving you the key, or a lot of times waiters are a little less friendly in the service industry here in the Czech Republic.
That's for sure.
But like personally with people, especially once they hear me speak Czech, they open up. What is that? Roz otevírají.
Yes, otevřou se. Yes,
otevřou se. So I don't think it's as bad as many people think.
That's good.
Say, yeah.
Two last questions about that, and that's how about you and Slovak language? Because a lot of people from Slovakia watch my channel and they says like, zeptej se ho, co slovenština.
Yeah. So, I am very curious about the Slovak language. I want to make a video about if I'm able to understand it, and I want to share the experience with my followers. So for right now, I'm trying not to listen to Slovak or read it, even though I get a lot of comments in it, because I want there to be that first experience when, for the first time, I try to understand it. So I definitely am very interested in that, but it'll probably be about 6 months before I make that first video reacting to what Slovak sounds to me now that I've been learning Czech.
So wait for it.
Yeah, soon here, hopefully still in 2019.
And I will ask you in Czech this one. No. Jak si držíš svou motivaci a optimismus? Because a lot of people says like that you're really, optimistic, motivated, because it's hard. 40 minutes a day, every day, it's hard. So
yeah.
What makes you, go even when you're tired or you don't feel like up to it?
Yeah, remembering my original motivation and why I'm learning Czech helps me a lot. But another big thing is I used to be such a big perfectionist before I started learning languages. And when I made a mistake, I would frown and just contemplate on that mistake, and it would get me in a bad mood. The moment that I released that fear of making a mistake, my language got better. And when you're making mistakes, you have to have a good mood about it. You can't be upset about it. It's part of learning the language. And so I think that's why I smile a lot, is because when you smile and you're communicating in another language, that person wants to help you. Yeah. And you do that too in your videos when you're speaking in English, that I've noticed. And I think that's really important. And honestly, language learning has just made me into an extrovert. I used to be very introverted before that.
That's great.
So that's why I smile a lot. I think
a great
everyone
tip for
always,
everybody,
yeah, smile, and the whole point is just friendly communication, and that's it.
Beautiful. I wrote a lot of questions, but I think I will just ask you one, my personal one.
Okay.
Before I test your English.
I'm scared. Okay.
I know this one is easy, but imagine you could put something on the billboards all over the world. You would do that and there will be your message all over the world. What would you say?
Life is good.
Good one. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a privilege to be alive, a blessing to be alive. And
it is.
I think that also helps me maintain my optimism, I guess. Your problems are not that big at the end of the day. And making a language mistake in the language world is not a big issue. So life is good. And
life
if I
good.
had to,
I like it.
I have to give personal to people, I would say always finish what you start. But that's a different story. I won't put that on the billboards. I want something more optimistic.
Okay, so we put it on YouTube.
We'll put it on YouTube. There you go.
Tak, to byl můj rozhovor s Gavinem. Možná jste si všimli, že to bylo tak zvláštně useklý. A to je proto, že já jsem se rozhodl natočit s ním jako kdyby 2 rozdělený videa. Tohle je to první, kde jsme si povídali česky a anglicky. Je to sympatiák, že? A byl jsem z něho nadšený. A v té druhé části bude Gavina zkoušet z anglické gramatiky. Schválně budám takový ty překlady, jako když jsem tam přišel, moje auto bylo právě kradeno. To bude příští týden. Tak uvidíte, jestli projde vlastně mým testem gramatickým z angličtiny. A pak taky poprosím o překlad takových věcí, které se strašně špatně překládají, nebo někdo tvrdí, že ani nejdou přeložit. Například prozvonit. Já už teďka vím, a v příštím videu se taky dozvíte, že vlastně jde přeložit i slovíčko prozvonit do angličtiny. Ale to už příště. Teď prosím, budu rád za 2 věci. Číslo 1, když mi dáte do komentářů vědět, jaký máte z toho rozhovoru pocit, případně jaká jedna věc vám zůstala v hlavě, nebo co si z něho odnesete. No a věc číslo 2, a ta nejdůležitější. Don't forget to stay awesome and dream big. Bye bye.